Good day. How are you today? Okay, so today we are going to be looking at multiplication and division. In mathematics, we are going to be looking at multiplication and division. How to multiply using different methods, okay? And how to also divide. But first of all, we are going to be looking at multiplication using skip counting. Okay, are we ready to do that? We're with our books and our pens to go into today's lesson, right? Okay, very good. So now we are going to be using skip counting to multiply. We have counting by twos. Adding 2 to each number you get. You have 2 plus 2 will give you 4, you add 2. 4 plus 2 will give you 6, you add 2 again. 6 plus 2 will give you 8, you add 2 again. 8 plus 2 will give you 10, you add 2. 10 plus 2 will give you 12, you add 2. 12 plus 2 will give you 14, you add 2. 14 plus 2 will give you 16. Skip counting, that is 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, and it goes on. Okay? So it's called skip counting. You just keep on adding the number you get with the given number. Okay, let's go over to another example to help us understand better. We have counting by threes, which is also known as skip counting. You're adding threes. 3 plus 3 will give you 6. 6 plus 3 will give you 9. It goes on. So 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21, 24, 27, 30, and it goes on. Okay? You are adding 3's to the number you get when adding. 3 plus 3 will give you 6. You add 3, and 6 plus 3 will give you 9. You add 3 again to the 9. 9 plus 3 will give you 12. You add 3 again to the 12. 12 plus 3 will give you 15. It's called skip counting. Okay, did we get that? We understood that, right? Let's go over to another example, counting by fives. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 70. It goes on, adding fives. 5 plus 5 will give you 10. Add 5 to 10, it will give you 15. Add 5 to 15, it will give you 20. Add 5 to 20, it will give you 25. Add 5 to 25, it will give you 30. Add 5 to 30, it will give you 35. Add 5 to 35, it will give you 40. Add 5 to 40, 45. Add 5 to 45, 50. Add 5 to 50, 55. Add 5 to 55, 60. Add 5 to 60, 65. Add 5 to 65, 70. Add 5 to 70, 75. And it goes on. That is called skip counting. Did we get that? So we can multiply by adding the number to the number you get, like what we just did. Did we get that? Okay, let's go over to another example. Here we have counting by tens. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, and it goes on. Adding tens. 10 plus 10, 20. Add 10 to 20, 30. Add 10 to 30, 40. Add 10 to 40, 50. Add 10 to 50, 60. Add 10 to 60, 70. Add 10 to 70, 80. Add 10 to 80, 90. Add 10 to 90, 100. Add 10 to 100, 110. And it goes on. Okay? We got that right? We are counting by 25. 25, 50, 75, 100, 125, 150, 175, 200, 225, adding 25. 25 plus 25, 50. Add 25 to 50, 75. Add 25 to 75, 100. And it goes on. Okay? We got that right? That is called skip counting. There is another method we can use in counting in multiplication. Okay, we are going to be looking at that method. It is called multiplication in arrays. Okay, Here we have 2 times 4. We are going to be using shapes to do this. Okay, here we have the circle. So we are going to use circle to solve this. 2 times 4 will make 2 rows and 4 columns of the shape. I hope you understand this. We make 2 rows and 4 columns. So we do 2 in 2 rows, 1, 2, and make 4 columns of the rows, 1, 2, 3, 4. Then we add it together by counting them together. If we count together is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 2 times 4 is 8. Did we get that? Did. Here we have 3 times 4. Make 3 rows and 4 columns. We are using the square shape. So 3 times 4, we say 3 rows and 4 columns. Okay? So we count 3 rows in square, 1, 2, 3, and make 4 columns, 1, 2, 3, 4, and add all of them together by counting all together, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So 3 times 4 is 12. So this is the arrays counting. We have 10 times 2. We do the same. Okay? 10 rows, 2 columns. And how you want to apply it. Okay? You count, we are using the triangle. We counted 10 rows and 2 columns. Okay? And add all of them together, you will have 20. Okay? Did we get that? It's easy, right? Multiplication in skip counting and multiplication in arrays are all easy. So we have our multiplication timetable. You are to memorize this from 2 times table to 12 times. From 2 times table to 12 times. I will be able to do that. It's easy. 2 times 1, 2. 2 times 2, 4. Like that, right? 2 times 3, 6. 2 times 4, 8. 2 times 5, 10. 2 times 6, 12. Like that. Memorizing your timetable will help you very well in mathematics. So we should be able to know it offhand, okay? Memorize them and know them offhand. Good. So we are going to be moving over to multiplying digits. Multiple digits multiplication. We have 27 times 3. How do we do it? We write 27 times 3, applying them in their place value form. Units, ones in ones and 10. There's no other 10 said. So 3 times 7 will give you 21. You write 1 and carry 2. Remember the carrying format. You write 1 and carry 2. 3 times 2 will give you 6. Then you add the 2 you carried over, right? You will have 81. So 27 times 3 is 81. Did we get that? Okay. Our next example, 23 times 46. You write them in their place value form. Okay? When you do that, you start with the right to the left. Remember, that's what we do. Right to the left. So when you arrange them in their place value form, you start. 6 times 3 is going to give us what? 18. So write down 8 and carry 1. Okay, remember the carrying format. You can write 18. So you write down 8 and carry 1. 6 times 2 is going to give you 12. So you add the 1 you carried over before and you have 13. You write out your 13 because there's no other number there for you to carry over. Did we do that correctly? Good. So 4 times 3, we move to the next number. 4 times 3 is going to give us 12. Write down 2 under the 4. You don't write it under the 6 because we're using 4 to multiply. So you write it under the 4. Okay? So 4 times 3 is going to give us 12. We write 2 and carry 1. You don't write 12. You write 2 and carry 1. Okay? Then 4 times 2 is going to give us 8. Remember, you carried 1. So 8 plus 1 is going to give us 9. Then when we get our answer from multiplying, we have used our 2 numbers to multiply. When we get our answer, then we add it together. We add 138 plus 92. We write down 8 because 8 There's nothing under 8, so 8 plus 0 is 8. Then 3 plus 2 is 5, so we write it out. There's no remainder. Then 1 plus 9 is 10. We write out 10 because there is no number to carry over. If there was number to carry over, we would have written 0 and carried over 1. But we don't have any number to carry over, so we write out 10. So 23 times 46 is going to give us 1058. Did we understand? Okay, let's go over to another example. Here we have 164 times 25. 164 times 25. Writing them in their place value form, ones in ones, tens in tens, hundreds in hundreds. Okay? So we have 164 times 25, ones in ones, tens in tens, hundreds in hundreds. We have arranged them according to their values. So we start by multiplying. Remember, we're starting from the right to the left. Good. So we have 5 times 4 is going to give us what? 5 times 4 is going to give us 20, right? Good. So we write down 0 and carry 2. We write down 0 and carry 2. Okay? So 5 times 6 is next, right? So 5 times 6 is going to give us what? 30. Remember, we carried 2. So 30 plus 2 is going to give us 32. We can write 32, right? So we write 2 and carry 3. Did we get that? I hope we understand that, okay? Then we say 5 times 1 is 5. So we add the 3 we carried over. 5 plus 3 is going to give us how many? 8. That's why it's good to know your multiplication table, because you'll be able to apply it here by knowing how to multiply, okay? So we have 820. Then we move to our next number, 2. We have used 5 to multiply all the numbers here, so we'll move to the next number, 2. We use 2 to multiply all the numbers too. So 2 times 4 is going to give us what? 8. We write 8 under 2. You don't start under 5 because we are using 2 to multiply, so you start under 2. Okay? Then 2 times 6 is going to give us what? 12. You write 2 and carry the 1. Okay? You don't write 12, you write 2 and carry the 1. I hope we understand that. Then 2 times 1 is going to give us 1, right? Plus the 1 we carry over. Remember the 1? Good. Plus 1 is going to give us 3, so we write out 3. Okay? Now, what do we do next? We add the two numbers together. We add them together. So 0 plus 0 is 0. 2 plus 8 is going to give us 10. So we write 0 and carry 1, right? And 8 plus 2 is still going to give us 10. Plus 1 we carried over, we have 11, right? So we write down 1 and carry over the next one. Then 1 plus 3 is going to give us 4. So 164 times 25 is equal to 4,100. Did we understand that? So this is all about multiplication. We use different methods. We use the skip counting, we use the arrays, and we use multi-digits to know how to multiply multi-digits. We should also know our multiplication tables, okay? We should practice them and know them offhand. It will help us in solving more problems. Practice makes perfect. Remember that, okay? Good.